and take us to the first place I lived until I was 7 years old. Hang on to your hats. Kind of thought about this was to just basically do this in chronological order. So this was my street back in the 70s. This neighborhood wasn't super savory. This is it. It looks so much nicer, by the way, with like the greenery and the gate. They've really made it look so much more romantic. The bars were on the windows because it just wasn't safe enough, but the neighborhood's gotten so much better. It was pretty scary when I was a kid here. God, I'm so tempted to just beg them to let me in. Is there a dinger? A doorbell? I don't have to be lonely anymore. I was so lonely in this house. It was just me and my mom, and it was just a really sad energy. It was very empty and very lonely. And you know, I grew up and got in charge of my own destiny, and now my house is like Grand Central Station. There's so much life, and there's so many people. And this place just taught me that I wasn't the kind of person who wanted to live in a quiet, lonely place. I wanted to live a life where I was around a lot of people. But they've made the outside so pretty. It's like, it's not dark at all. It's very blooming, and I see little limes growing and hummingbird feeders. It has a real sweetness now. And 10.
So that wasn't here when you lived here, Connor?
Are you manning that thing?
Yeah, we're doing software testing.
You're doing software testing. Well, there's a full circle future moment. Do you live here? I can't believe you're here.
I can't believe you're here.
Well, I just so wanted to revisit this place. This place means so much to me. I spent 0 months to 7 years old. Could I please just walk around the back? I'll do one loop and leave.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We'll leave everybody outside. Thank you for this opportunity.
Come back anytime.
Okay. I'll come visit. I come to LA quite a bit. If there was one thing I learned here, my mom used to, whenever we would eat, she would like stand up at the counter and I would eat at the table, but I was like, why can't we sit down and have a meal together? Yeah. And I judged her for it, and I just felt like, why can't we sit down and have like proper family dinners? And then it's so funny because I'm a single mom running around my kitchen with my kids, and I have them sitting at the counter, and I'm running around, and I'm like, oh, I get it. It's hard, you know, to live up to that Norman Rockwell fantasy. It's so not real life. Yeah, I get it now, for sure. I've learned so much living in this place, and I thank you for keeping it beautiful, making it more beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, oh shoot, is that me? I used to get pulled over all the time, so every time I hear a siren, I'm like, oh, it's me. I learned to drive at Sophia Loren's ranch in Calabasas. Her two sons, Carlo and Eduardo, taught me in a Renault Lacar, and they taught me on a stick shift. This is it. Oh my God. When I was trying to attempt sleeping at night, even though I was just so scared, this is what cats sound like when they are mating. Are you ready? That was the soundtrack to this apartment. Back in the 70s, this neighborhood wasn't super savory. I mean, for a 14-year-old, I was scared. And I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared anymore at all. But I'm so happy that this 14-year-old girl is totally okay. And hasn't been okay the whole time. Even a few years ago, getting divorced, I felt so broken. I think the most broken I've ever felt in my life, because all of a sudden it wasn't about me anymore. It was about two people I cared about much more than myself. That's real fear. That's bigger fear than anything I experienced as a kid. I definitely am glad that my kids, no matter what, because all of us are gonna screw it up with our kids. We're gonna do our best, but we're gonna make mistakes. I'm so glad that my kids won't be having to live on their own at 14. And that's as healing to the 14-year-old me as it can get. It's nice for just a moment to think everything's okay. It will disappear later this afternoon or tomorrow, the next day, and you have to fight for it to come back. But in this moment, I feel really relieved. By the way, that's an underrated emotion, relief. I feel as though we might have to stop at a Paquito Mas today. I love California Mexican food. That California soft, fluffy rice and those refried beans. There's nothing like it. So this is Book Soup, which was a bookstore that I used to go to when I was a kid, because when I was 14 and living on my own and emancipated, the judge was like, by the way, you never have to go to school again. And I was like, yes, please, I'm never going to school again. And then I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be uneducated. So I hit the books, and this was honestly my favorite bookstore. I would always look for the classics. I would start with A, and then I spent 25 years trying to make it to Z. I started to think for a while that unless a book was this thick, that it wasn't going to be for me. Here is John Fonte, and I've read every book he's ever written. The same with Joan Didion and Charles Bukowski. Funny thing is no matter how much you read, no matter how much you try, you will never, ever read everything. You'll never get there. There's not one Kurt Vonnegut book that I've ever read that I didn't put down and think, I just got to live in the mind of a mad genius that made my life better. And I actually got to have dinner with him one night. And he ate baked beans and drank vodka, and it was the most amazing night ever. Oh, this is my favorite book right now. Oh, the best ever. Do yourself a favor and read everything she's ever written. It's the one thing I'm not willing to share. You can have the shirt off my back and the keys to my car, but if you touch my book, I will end you. Okay, this is the area that the laundromat was. I mean, everything is so different now. This is it. Oh my God, it's still here. The washing machine. This is such a dream to be here. I spent years here. When I first lived in my apartment that I was so scared in, the truth was that I would let the laundry and dishes and everything pile up. I didn't know how to clean. But this was where I learned how to take care of myself. You know, the books were the school, and this was like the domestic journey of learning how to live on your own. Kids don't know how to take care of themselves until you teach them. Olive and Frankie, I'm coming for you. This was my row. And I would open and I would stew in the bleach like I was a witch at her cauldron, like I was butter churning that stuff. This is the origins of my stain removal story. Everything was okay inside of this temple. If there's one corner in Los Angeles that I might love the most, it might be right here on the corner of Sweetser and 3rd. Hey, it has the word sweet in it. And I just take these lessons and these feelings, and they're still as relevant to me today as they have ever been, that we can just take some time out and we can clean up our life, our side of the street, our laundry, our behavior, everything. Just purify it somehow, clean it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't erase anything, although I will erase the stain. I can't erase my life's problems, nor do I want to, but stains, they have got to go. It's right here. The place with all the barbed wire, yeah, that's it. Somebody's answering. I was a real wild child. And I just got so out of control that no one knew what to do with me. And so my mom called a friend because her daughter was out of control, and they drove me here in the middle of the night, and they walked me right through those 2 doors. And when you go through those 2 doors, you do not come out. And I was there for 1.5 years. Hated it. I kicked, I screamed. One minute you're at movie premieres and clubbing, and the next minute you're in a full-blown institution with barbed wire everywhere, and you can't get out. I think this is important for me to share with people, because when they watch our show, we have a very beautiful set. And I get to dress in nice clothing and get my hair and makeup done. And there's an elegance, hopefully, to the show. But I will never lose sight of this part of my story. And I have seen and been through things, and they've helped me just recognize in all of us that we go through stuff. And it can't be embarrassing. It has to be our strengths. It has to be something that we can be proud of because we overcame it, and we look back with honor and humor. My life is so wonderful compared to what it was in this place. I can't even believe I actually get to be where I am now. Because when I was here, I didn't see that. I thought I would be here forever. I never thought I was going to make it to somewhere better. And I'm just so happy with my life. And I don't know if I would have the life I have if it wasn't for a place like this. So it was so important to come here today and just like honor this. I think this can be a good gateway to start season 2 and go deeper with people. I'm never going to not want to be funny. I'm never going to not want to play. I'm never going to not want to be positive and find the good stuff. But I've seen some stuff, and we all have, and we need to deal with it, and we need to figure out how to fix ourselves and work on ourselves. It's very empowering. It's very celebratory. I wouldn't want to go back. I just get to visit it in my dreams and wave hello and know I'm not here anymore. And that's pretty cool. Welcome to the Drew Barrymore Show. Where we like to keep it real.